Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost, and I remembered what I wanted to talk about last week in the banter.
Ooh.
So, let's see. At this point, this will be the episode after Valentine's Day.
Oh. Well, I don't even know what I'm doing for Valentine's Day.
Well, you know what you are doing. You guys watched The Lobster for the other podcast, so how'd you guys like it? What'd you guys think of the other podcast?
It was great. We had a fabulous time.
I'm glad you're lying, because you haven't been on it yet.
What did you want me to say?
I don't know.
Watching that Saturday, so it's fresh in our memory.
It was horrible.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing as well.
Yeah.
Nite has also been on that podcast a couple times.
Yep.
What was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It was for sci-fi books.
And what was the other one? Oh, Ginger Dead
some
Man. Or
Santa-
Ginger
Dead. Yeah,
Ginger
Dead
Christmas
Man.
one? Yeah.
Ginger Dead Man. Yeah.
I was trying to make sure I got the
We're
right
excited.
name for it and didn't conflate that with a board game.
Yeah. You're also on another episode for the A24 stuff.
Not yet.
I'm gonna.
Eventually, but not. I haven't been yet.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, it hasn't been out, but I'm like, you agreed. You agreed, and it's written down.
I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so you know.
You listen here.
I'm listening. What you gonna do?
Rolling up a new character now.
Gosh, we're getting hostile tonight.
It died. No, I'm in
So
a
wait,
mood.
what was your question? Or what
I
was
don't know.
your...
Last week it was supposed to be a lot more because I was just gonna be like, yeah, because I knew you guys wouldn't have watched it and it was gonna come out the same day the episode did.
Oh, okay.
But
Is that still the recording schedule? They're going to come out at the same time?
not
Okay.
this episode. This episode comes out after.
Right. Gotcha.
I can tell you what comes out then. Hold up, I gotta open up this file. Past lives. That's what we're talking
Is
about.
that the movie?
Yeah.
The show? Oh, okay. I don't know what
There's
that
a
movie
show?
is. I don't know.
You're the one that said it was is it a show? Is it the show? And I'm like, what show?
I didn't know what you were talking about.
A24 does make TV shows. We found out that actually in the episode we recorded for Past Lives. Past Lives is it's a good movie.
A24's they do that preview I just showed you, Elizabeth. What was it called? The Curse?
Is that the just showed me?
Yeah, that we just
That was like a week ago. That was the one that we're gonna watch together.
Yeah.
This is really riveting podcasting. Go watch The Curse, everyone. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
The trailer was good.
It's
You
got
know what they also make?
What's her name in it?
Beef.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Oh yeah, the reality
show
TV one. Yeah. Okay, I forgot.
I was like, what else? What do I need to say? You sound very not excited
Reality
about this.
TV. You needed to say the reality TV like horror show, and then I would have known exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah. But
We're really vibing tonight. We're gonna have a
This is
good play
We
session.
might actually have a character death that isn't like me just cheating. Yeah.
But yes,
Nah.
that looks good.
It does look good.
Share with
I've
the class.
also gotten to a kick. So I watched the Monarch King of the Monsters TV show, and that got me into a kick of going back and watching all the modern Godzilla movies, which has been fun.
I like Godzilla.
The new Dracula series on Netflix is pretty good too. It's
Oh, yeah?
a little 3-parter.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty interesting.
Not yet.
I don't think I had heard anything.
I don't know where
I
it came
watch
from.
TV
It's
shows.
just pretty interesting.
I watch those things, those TV shows. Yeah, they got the people talking. There's multiple friends that get mad at me because I don't watch anything unless it's for I'm recording
Content.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a hard time getting into anything. So
That's why
that
it's-
wasn't always the case. I used to watch a ton of movies.
Yeah, my movie watching has like taken a nosedive over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and I've tried to finish TV shows, but I don't know. I'm just like, there's too many.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching the one on Netflix when I had Netflix. It was like a Korean drama, The Extraordinary Attorney Woo or something. It was fun. It was cute. Never finished it. I got up to like the part where it's like the big dramas, and I was like, ah. Tell you what, though, I see those clips for those K dramas. They're really convincing, but then I realized I gotta go pay money to watch them. And then I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, there's this, I think it's called Little Shop of Murderers or something. I forget what it's called, but pretty much this, from all I can gather from the little clips I've seen, this girl's parents are killed or they die. I don't know the reason why. She has to go live with her uncle. And I think her uncle is like an assassin or something. And she wants to live a normal life, and he's very no nonsense and like, this is how it has to be. And then she's like, I don't want to live here anymore. This is the only clip I keep seeing. He's like, you can leave when you can punch me in the face. And so she tries everything to the point where like nothing's working. And then so she starts learning, like, I don't know what martial art is, but starts learning a martial art to actually hit him. and then it's like, oh, it's that way she can actually defend herself. And it's like, yeah, he tricked her by not allowing her to leave or punch him in the face. To where I'm like, It reminds me of my own niece, where this weekend I went over, and I can tell that I'm her favorite person until she gets hungry. And yeah, it was just like, I walked and was like, Uncle T! And then it was like immediately crashed from like needing food. And then she was all mopey whiny, and then she got some chicken nugs and some fries as me and my brother and his girlfriend are just kind of sitting there chatting. And then next thing I know, I see out of the corner of my eye her just like getting up to do like a WWE like elbow drop. And I'm like, oh no. And so conversation time was over. It was time for wrestling.
I mean, hanger is a very real thing that I think we overlook far too often.
That's very true.
They should just like get over it.
Hanger? I don't know that you get over it.
Sure you do, by putting food in you.
Yeah, I was going to say the only way is by actually eating.
The flesh of your enemies. What? Why
Sometimes.
would you say such a thing?
Sometimes.
Anyway, talking about eating, you guys are really eating up this atmosphere as Brother Billy was told to sit down. Nicely.
Was he told to sit down?
He was offered a seat.
I
He was,
see.
yeah, he was like, hey, Billy, come sit over here. As the three of you, well, at least one of you was like, oh, no, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, David definitely recognized, and probably recognized at least the bit of recognition from Billy as well. Uncle Billy?
Yeah.
Uncle Billy.
I don't know where Uncle came from, but apparently he's Uncle Billy now. Related to Uncle
Billy.
Buster.
Well, do you want to roll psychology or psychoanalysis to see if there's recognition?
If there's recognition from
David.
Billy's side?
Yeah,
I know David would
said
recognize.
No, like, more does he recognize you? Because he did linger on you for a bit, but when he was called, he just like turned. But at the same time, it could have looked like he was scanning the room.
Well, that is a 65 over 45 for psychology. So.
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking at you in your eyes. And you're like, he has beautiful eyes. But anyway, he just lumbers past the bars, like, to a booth in the back. And kind of just, you can hear pretty much the booth creaking as he sits down. Like, it's over the murmur and the clatter of all the other barkeeps, not barkeeps, people that are there for getting food and drink. So
Okay, so it's essentially he just comes in and joins the group.
Mhm.
Okay. David, are you like offering anything to us?
I think David would be exceedingly cautious about drawing any
Everybody
more
say hi to
attention to
Fox
himself
Dad.
already, and probably trying to see if there's anybody else in this room that they might be able to talk to get information, but also kind of leaning towards paying the check and disappearing, and not being under his sight, and like just probably under his breath. I'll tell you later.
So we would
to the
like
others.
feel the like change in
Oh
your
yeah,
demeanor.
David's definitely
okay.
not in a space where he's like comfortable being around Billy. He knows how much of a threat Billy is, and how potentially dangerous he is, and is not going to want to be near him more than he has to, and especially somewhere where he can't really do a lot to defend himself. Because he definitely would not want to engage in anything where there's so many. I mean, even though most of them are probably Ivophidian followers, that still there's too many people there, basically.
So I think as like, David's pushing to leave, Deli like leans in, feeling the energy change and whispers, "But we didn't get what we came for."
I think we might have a lot of what we came for, even if we don't talk to anyone. He's dangerous. Like this is a very bad place at this now.
August is like, well, I don't feel like getting into a fight or anything, so let's scoot out the back door.
Did he recognize what?
I mean, I don't know, but
like, are we in danger right now?
I don't know. That's the problem. I didn't notice. I can't say for sure if he noticed or not, or if he recognized me or not. But I mean, if he remembers my dad at all, then there's a chance, and we don't look that dissimilar.
Did we already pay?
Nope.
No, we did. We got a receipt, I thought.
No, you got that.
No, we got our food. We got our food.
Oh, that's right.
You got your food.
Okay.
Like Yeah, your food came out as
they were coming in.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's like David's not gonna be like, well, we got to leave this instant. It's gonna be more like we just need to keep our heads low and be ready to kind of push to leave here. We don't want to linger, I don't think. Is kind of the vibe that David would be giving off at this point, I think.
Deli like nods her head and then like tucks into her pierogies to like shove them in her mouth so that they can leave. Is anything happening? Like, so as she's like eating, she's also kind of like eyes and ears open for if anything is coming through from this group.
Is there anything that we can hear from that they're saying, or? We're talking about
the
special like days or anything.
You can do listen checks
got
if you
good
want.
listen?
But that's where it went. Apparently, that die has been rejected from the dice pool tonight.
Doesn't want to meet Billy either.
It's a 36 under 54 for David for listen.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can hear maybe like from a couple tables, like the table next to you is some of the people there is like, yeah, we it was a good thing we saw the place and went in and looked there. It's like, yeah, good view. Yeah, I know there's maybe a couple stragglers that we're still waiting for, but you know the rules that they can't find the password. No entry. And they're like, yeah, who wouldn't know where that is? And they're like, dummies, that's who.
Okay, so that confirms what we already knew. I got a 22 under 47.
Yeah, you kind of hear more of the same thing. Where,
That suggests the password is also somewhere that can be found.
Right.
really? Yeah, and so like with Elizabeth, with your role, Deli hears from maybe like from the same table, it's just like, yeah, I almost missed it. Like if I didn't know it was written right, and they're like, shh. They're like, oh, yeah. Like who's really paying attention to us? Like, come on, it's in plain sight.
Ooh.
And then they like kind of go back to talking about like the hike and just how good it was and how they're excited for pretty much the ceremony tomorrow.
Okay. And Brother Billy is still like over at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
All
not
right.
looking at you guys.
Yeah. Okay, can we flag down the waiter?
You can try.
Okay, so
You can.
Ellie's gonna try and make eye. So we pay and leave him a really nice tip.
Alright. And he's like, oh, well, thank you, and yeah, well, hope to see you again.
I hope it's not too miserable tonight for you. This is a pretty big crowd. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, but as we said, they pay well.
Yep. Well, have a good night. Maybe we'll see you around. We're here for a few days. This is a good place to grab a bite to eat. Those pierogies were amazing. Give my compliments to the chef.
Yeah, will do. And he's like, okay, yeah. And as he's like kind of just ringing up the last bits up, he's like, yeah. So don't worry, if we see you come in, we'll make sure they're all nice and fresh made.
Thanks. That would make my day.
And he's like, yeah, all right.
Deli getting the
It
regular order
was
set.
$3,000. It cost you $3,000.
Well, that's a lot for pierogies.
Yeah,
What time is it?
That's why they were so good.
I was eating gold.
I'm trying to find out how we can get more credit checks. Credit rating checks.
That's what you really want. Dave, what time is it?
Currently, it's 8:46.
I was waiting for that.
What time is it in game? Oh my
Hey, the
gosh.
time in reality is the time in game.
Uh-huh.
It could be in this case, but
No, I think. Trying to remember, you guys got in there around 7, I think.
yeah, just before
Or-
7.
for 7. So after everything, like you guys didn't get a lot, but like between the busyness, I'm gonna say it's like 7:30.
Okay. So not the after 9 that we are trying to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here. So with that kind of our dinner there, I think one of the things David's going to want to do is send a report back to HQ if in some way to kind of give a status update and mention that Billy is there and known to be known to be big in the organization and a threat. I'm assuming we have some sort of phone number we would call to pass on that sort of message and stuff.
Yeah, I assume it's like a network of there's a number and then that's to a drop an office that is a fake office, and then from there it's just you leave a couple code words and then it records it and sends it along. So, but you guys would know all that.
And would we need to make a call?
Yeah, but it's the 80s, so there's probably payphones, or you could use.
Do we have one of those cool car phones?
No.
I mean,
I feel like we should. That should be a standard.
I also think that maybe we might actually have pagers at that point in time too. They do exist. They do exist. So at that time frame.
That's fun. Okay, I'm in.
So
although we're limited in what we can
actually
have
send. A hotel phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured when we got back to the hotel, Dave would be sending a report.
I don't enjoy these fantasy elements you bring into my Cthulhu game. Pagers. Everyone knows they're not real.
Because I had to go detach my clingy dog from me, I missed. Are we in the hotel? Where is our location?
So
currently?
right now, I mean, we walked over to the bar, I think.
Right.
You guys paid. You haven't technically left yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have to leave and go back to our hotel, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and figure out what else we're gonna be. Yeah, so I think it would make sense to go back to the hotel initially, and maybe take more of a look around the lobby as we go in and see if, given what we overheard from the next table, maybe we missed seeing a password written somewhere even in the hotel or on the outside of the hotel.
Right. Okay. So as we walk back to the hotel, Deli wants to just kind of take a look down the street at the other hotel where that old lady was going in, and just see does it feel like it's hopping? Are there a lot of people coming in and out? Is it pretty dead? What's the vibe over there?
It's busy, but it's you don't see anyone. You don't see the older lady.
Yeah, but it's not a dead
no, it's definitely
there.
you can see whatever they're called, the person behind the counter, maybe a couple behind there, and you can see the hallway leading to staircases and stuff.
Yeah.
But you can't see too much farther into there. But it definitely looks nicer than your current hotel.
Current hotel. Okay.
For any history buffs, I don't know if that was actually true. I know they both existed, but I don't know the state of them. And in my fiction, this is what I'm saying. If you have a problem, contact Elizabeth at this phone number.
No, just give me my Instagram. They can DM me. No phone numbers, please.
1-555.
Oops. So, yeah, so you guys are gonna go back and give a little look-see-doodle. Also, here, I'm just gonna roll this. Yeah, there's a payphone if you want to use that. Kind of on the outside, like kind of between the like there's on the outside of the inn.
I think
Like it's like it's a booth that's enclosed and stuff. It's not like a whole open one.
I think for the purposes of this particular report, David's not super worried about being spotted making a report or anything like that, or having it traced to his room. So he's just gonna make the initial call from his room, and it'd be kind of like a relatively generic status update. Hey, we're in town. Everybody's in town fine, including a note that Brother Billy has been spotted and appears to be, if not the leader of the group, certainly high in the ranks of this group.
And then like another like side note, Deli packed too much hiking equipment. August made fun of her.
Yep.
Sibling rivalry in
Deli's
full
chasing
swing.
an old woman through Jim Thorpe. Don't know why.
Sibling rivalry in full swing.
This is the reason we failed the last mission. No.
We didn't fail. We succeeded spectacularly. Oh, right, the last mission that we don't know anything about that August is salty about. I forgot about that one.
I think so. I think August is still salty about the Concrete City one as well.
Probably.
Maybe. I've only mentioned it like 20 times.
That's like 80% of his whole dialogue.
Nobody knows why he actually decided to join the SSD. He's just got bullied into it. And
That was basically it.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Yeah,
mean,
because some random guy came and talked to him in his head, and that's all he needed.
that, and he was promised government funding for his project.
Yep.
And then he was like, wait, I gotta work with my sister? Oh.
So as
there-
we're going back, August is kind of like looking around, like he's focusing on this password, and so he is looking around just seeing if there's any kind of like icons or like maybe obvious signs or something that like kind of stands out in the town that could maybe be a password.
You see a bunch of different things, but nothing really standing out that you're like, yes, this would be a clear and present password.
Okay.
Is there?
He kind of mutters to himself as looking around, and basically to the effect of, I wonder if there's something at their meeting place that maybe is a clue.
Well, we know they had the buses. It's obvious that the buses that pulled up to Molly's are the same buses that were at the parking area.
Yeah,
right?
there's.
So we know they're busing from this area to that parking lot to hike up. As we're walking back to the hotel, does the parking areas and stuff around the hotel look like they're particularly busy parking, or does it look like it's just a very tiny number of cars for the number of guests that seem to be in the area?
For which,
basically what David's trying to figure out is, does it look like the majority of the guests came into town by train, or did a lot of them drive? Because one of the places that when hearing that the password was written at least somewhat obviously, one of his thoughts is, well, maybe it's also written maybe it's somewhere at the train station.
There's a lot of like from just even walking down to the inn, not the inn, whatever the other
The pub.
I forgot. No, as Deli wanted to look in the other hotel that I'm totally blanking on the name of. You guys notice that, like, and there's a couple kind of hotels along Broadway, and you can tell that, yeah, most of the parking lots are filled up. But you would also, like, it would be safe to assume that the amount of people that are on the buses would also indicate whether they came via the bus or they came from the train station. Like, so pretty much you see a bunch of out-of-state plates, like, of people that, whether they're just visiting or part of the whatever's happening with the Eyes of Ophidian. But you can also assume if there was people within, like, Pennsylvania, Maryland, even New York, the train would have been just an easy way to get here as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So does it feel like we've kind of exhausted, at least for now, like, without us exploring the town, which I don't think is a good idea considering it's like 7:30? Are we heading back into the hotel?
Yeah, I don't think we want to go exploring too much.
No.
Just kind of that general
we have a
area around the hotel.
Yeah. Okay, so we walk into, like, the lobby area. What, if anything, like, feels different from when we were in earlier?
Well, there's a dead body in the middle of the floor. No,
Awesome. What I come here to experience, let's be honest.
Yeah. No, it's pretty much the night shift has entered. I think, if I remember, it was like a woman that was showing you guys your rooms earlier. Now it's like a stern older man who's just like, how you doing? You guys, you okay?
Yeah, thank you. We had lovely service earlier showing us to our rooms. We just got back from the pub, which actually got really crowded really fast. Seems to be a thing going on here this weekend.
Yeah, it's we normally don't get visitors around this time. Normally they like to come up during the summer, or the fall. But hey, I guess it's some church retreat or something. Like they keep going up there in the woods in the morning and coming down at night, and hey, they're keeping the place alive. So.
Well, I don't know about you, but I can say for myself that would not be a retreat I would sign up for.
Hey, everyone's different. Like, you can never, they must be like Pentecostal or something. It's kind of weird, but yeah, who am I to judge?
Do you know like who they worship? Is this like, are we God or,
they interesting. They're a secret bunch, but they do mention that they're here to worship, and they're here to kind of like a revival meeting or something happening up in the lookout. But then I was like, and every time I show interest, they're just like, nope, invite only, and I'm just like, where can I get the invite? And they're like, and then they kind of giggle and say secret, and then like,
well, that doesn't.
Shuffle
how
away.
are you supposed to have a revival if you're not, reaching out to people who can join? Isn't that the point of a revival? This seems silly.
Yeah. But at this moment, they kind of been here for a week, so at this point, I'm just like, hey, as long as they don't cause trouble.
Yeah, I get that. Oh, have you seen the, like, giant man that they have? Does he stay here? That makes me a little nervous.
No. Well, that's a little racist.
Well, maybe not racist. I mean, it feels a little unsafe to have a
black person?
No, just a massive man. He could, like, break me in half.
What's your size?
I am tiny, I think.
It's
Actually.
like, ma'am, I can break you in half too. Let's be honest.
August like whispers to Deli, and is
Yeah,
like,
I'm 40.
that is a little biggest of you.
Are you from the South?
I'm a tiny person.
And
have to
David's,
watch out for-
And David's even tinier.
We're a group of tiny people. We have to, you know. Well, actually, you wouldn't. Is this man a normal-sized man? I'm gonna make him feel guilty.
He's tall, with spindly. No.
Turns into Theodore.
His face like.
Gross. Oh my gosh.
No, he's like kind of thin and is like not. He's like taller than like maybe like 6'5", but he's like.
Woo! He's so tall.
Yeah,
That's so tall.
He is tall, but he's also built like a pencil. Like
Oh my gosh.
like he's very like thin and not Theodore thin. Like
This man has some problems, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, so Deli's like, she's like, you live a tall life. You don't know what it's like to be a tiny human who's always worried that one day you're just going to end up in a fight with someone bigger than you and they're going to hurt you. I have to think about these things. So I'm sorry that when I see a very large human that I get a little worried.
If that helps you sleep at night. Anyway, is there anything I can help you guys with?
Well, you didn't answer my question. Is he staying in this hotel?
I said no, and then you kept on with your racist complaints, but
Well, I don't appreciate being called a racist. Thank you
well,
very
then
much.
stop being racist.
I am not.
I found the title for the episode. Billy the Racist. That's really going to get the views.
It's sizist,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
I was gonna say it's not racist. No, thank you very much. I will be retiring to my room for the evening. And she turns around and like struts up the stairs. I guess. I don't know what we're doing. Or at least walks
Well,
back to the
you
room.
are. You can walk back to your room as he kind of like looks at the other two guys like, well,
August just kind of shrugs and like rolls his eyes and walks after her.
it looks to be you guys.
Yeah, being short's not fun, but we can't do nothing about it, so it's what it is.
Hey, quick question. How's the weather down there? I always
Listen.
wanted to try that. I always
Listen.
wanted to try that.
Wow.
Everyone says it to me, and I just wanted to see how it felt.
Wow.
Just as long as you're willing
There's
to grab
the
stuff
actual
off the
title.
top shelf, we're good.
Good.
I got your bottom shelf for you. You give me top shelf. We're
Comes after
we're
me,
friends.
man. Jeez. Jeez.
I dig it.
So with that, David's gonna give a thumbs up and head up towards the room and deliver his report back to the SSD, and then
Eh.
probably go back down to the hotel bar and see what's happening around the hotel bar right now.
Eh. So, yeah, you go back down and you see pretty much that there's a couple other people where there looks like the pretty much like whether they're staff or not staff, but other people that are staying. It doesn't really look like anyone from the buses are here, but
Is
it looks like whether it's
is the same bartender there that was there earlier?
no.
They've changed.
Yeah, like he was part of the day shift or something, and probably like around because you guys ate and stuff. They probably switched like around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, those shifts can sometimes be kind of weird too. So, so David's gonna talk to the bartender and just see what sort of rumors the bartender has heard around this group, with a different bartender.
how you talking with him? Let's roll some dice. I feel like we haven't rolled some dice in longer than I want to. So how are you coming up against it? You charming him? You doing archaeology? You're flashing your cash? Are we getting a credit rating score to show how rich you are? So it'll tell you.
He really wants that so
I know
bad.
he does.
Are you doing a throw check? Like, look how far I can throw you.
That falls under the persuade, right? Or would that be under
Throwing?
intimidate?
No, there's a stat for throw.
I know, but I'm not actually throwing. It's threatened to throw. No.
You should throw.
Why would I want to throw this bartender?
Well, you want your information, don't you? You throw him against the wall.
No, it's just like friendly chat, just light persuasion, not being too pushy, because he doesn't want to be David doesn't want to be too memorable in terms of
let's just have we'll have the conversation, and then if something for a check comes up, we'll do that like normal.
You really tried. I'll give you that, Dave. You really tried to get us to roll dice. We just refuse.
Don't worry. A little sign appears in the corner.
Yeah.
Payne will remember this.
Oh, good. Now we're a Telltale game.
Yep. Everyone did not like this. And he's just like, let's see. I'm gonna roll to find out who this person is. First off, odds or evens will determine male or female. Odds will be male.
This is just like Betrayal.
It's how I made my character in Betrayal. Yeah, how you doing there, son? It's like an older kind of gentleman, salt and pepper hair.
Doing all right. How's
He has a
business
bow
been
tie.
for you?
Well, it's been pretty good. Can't complain. It's no, hold up. I think the jukebox is broken again. Goes up and hits it, just like. There's just like, hey Sally, will you hit that? There we go. There we go.
With listening to Stephen King, I was expecting. My brain is thinking, "Hey Jude is going to come on," just because of where books.
I don't have the money to pay for licensing for that.
This is where my brain went.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it wasn't going to be, but it's where my brain went. So
I also find it funny that like my go-to names are all characters that like have traumas for you guys in other games or other parts of the story.
Of course.
It's not the same Sally that none of you guys know about. Because she's dead. Just like all your old characters. Anyway.
What? You did not inform me that everyone is dead.
Well, there you go.
Did we actually get a death update list between these chapters?
No.
I don't think we did.
Oh no,
We did before
that was
the other
last
one.
time. Yeah, you're right.
No, this is a really good tune. I like this. I like this song.
Yeah, it calms the nerves. By the way, it's like 8:30, like between the call and everything now. Like, we'll say, because it was 7:30. We'll say like you didn't, unless you were coming down right away. Then we'll say it's like 8 o'clock after you did that.
8:30 is fine. So, what do you got on tap? Okay.
By the way, I just want to say, like, while you were making your phone call, maybe the whole reason it took so long was, like, you just kept hearing, like, across the road, it's like, Augie, let me in! Open up the door! The side panel
Right,
door.
because, like, I can't, he locked the in-between door on me.
Yeah. It's just like, Augie, let me in! Well, we have a bunch of things as I Google. Beers on tap. Can you tell I don't drink?
Uh-huh. Just ask for an old-fashioned. That's not on tap, but...
There we
It
go.
doesn't seem like a drink that David would go on for.
No.
It's not a David drink.
I know it's a song.
What does a David drink then?
I feel David's kind of like not a heavy drinker or anything like that, but just uses beer as a means of chat, basically.
Hey, on the tap, hold up. I remember things are slowly coming back, and he's like, "Yeah, we got a bud, we got a little bit of Guinness, we got some Yingling, and we got I don't know, some Mr. Drink showed up last week."
Oh, Mr. Drink. Oh, I haven't heard
Not
about this
Mr.
one.
Mystery.
Oh, mystery.
Yeah,
Have you tried this mystery drink?
once.
So, what's
tell you,
what's about
I
it?
lived a weekend out night. What?
Oh, wow, this sounds interesting. I don't know. I might have to try this sometime while I'm here, but not tonight. I don't think. That sounds like a that doesn't sound like a good idea to try tonight. How about let me grab a Yingling in?
Ah, fresh out. All we have is the mystery drink.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's like, as he says in that voice as he's giving you a Yingling. He's just like, there you go, there you go.
Have you seen much of these people that have been are in town for this revival thing?
I seen them around. They're an odd bunch.
They stop by and chat with you at all?
No, unfortunately, they like to spend a lot of their time over at the pub over there. But they come in, they go up and get their pretty much. They come in and go to bed and leave before. Well, I don't work when they wake up. In fact, the bar's not even open when they wake up. But yeah, they're in and out, and they're nice enough people, but hey, a little weird.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Look, they just wake up early in the morning, go hike up in the woods for almost, let's see, pretty much between 6 to 6, and then they come back down and eat. Like,
Hiking's
you
not your
ask
thing,
me.
man?
No, but it's like, what are they doing up there? It's like, I didn't hear this from me, but I hope it's not like one of those weird sex cults, because that's just weird.
You set up a problem around here?
With sex?
No, the sex cults that you're talking about.
I don't know. I haven't joined one yet, but
Oh, are you
hey,
looking?
I heard they're fun.
Well, this is taking an interesting direction.
Look,
I guess everybody's got to have a hobby. Yeah, who am I to judge?
Yeah. Now you can judge all you want. Like, everyone's free to their opinion. But anyway, what? Besides that, yeah, I don't think that's what they're doing up there. They seem too like straight edge to do anything weird.
You heard
Except-
anything about this revival thing they're talking about?
Oh yeah. There's the town. Well, everyone's been wondering what the heck it is, but as I'm pretty sure you know, no one's invited.
You heard anything about how to get one of these mystery invites?
Nah, they just said the password's out there in the town. But a few townspeople tried. They tried to say like the inn or the pub down there, the whatever. I forget what it's called.
McGilly's.
Molly's?
Something.
Molly McGuire's?
Molly's.
Molly
McGuire.
McGuire's. Yeah, they say that. They said the Y. I don't know. They tried to say all these different things, but no one seems to get here. So it seems like the password or whatever it is isn't written here. I think somebody said like Grace St. Paul's for the big church, but yeah, or maybe it's St. John's. I don't know. I'm looking at a map right now while I'm talking. Don't mind me. Oh, wait. Ebenezer Evangelical Church. That's blue on the map. Oh, wait. So is the other one. Anyway, there's at a few different buildings, but it seems like anything that most people come here by isn't much of an interest. But yeah, so we haven't put together what they're doing.
Well, I appreciate the chat, and yeah, we'll pay for the beer and leave a nice
Make a
tip with
credit
it.
check. This beer cost $82.
Inflation is out of control.
It really is.
Jeez.
Hey, as I said,
Insane.
everyone pays well. And yeah, so it tells you that.
Is David going back up to his room?
Well, I don't know. While he's having this conversation, well, we're not having this music up in the hallway. So, or in the room. So, what's Deli and August doing?
Um,
And feel free to ignore my goof. Like if
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Even if that were the case, I mean, it feels like it's the case. It probably was 30 seconds of whatever.
it's going on for 5 minutes and you hear just, madam, if you could keep your voice down. Some people are trying to sleep. I want to see my brother.
It's 7:30 in the evening. What are you talking about? They're trying
No,
to
it's
sleep.
actually 12 o'clock at night. No.
Wow, that's, I spent a lot of
How
time
did I
on
lose
one
so
beer.
much time?
Yeah. David's the one that actually called in.
What is this? So what I was actually going to do next is Zelly is going to talk to David. So like whenever he comes up, she's like sitting outside of his door waiting for him. But I guess before that, I guess I imagine, I don't know what August is doing, but I imagine that Deli like, drops her stuff off in her room and then goes over to like August's room and like plops herself on the bed and she's like, so
He
I
let
got
you
some
in?
Huh?
He let you in?
Not through the
Yeah,
joined door.
totally. Yeah, maybe not.
I'm just making sure because the join door was locked.
He knows
He
that
had to
if I
knock
don't,
on the outside door.
he really does like me. Let's be honest. He can't
Are we
survive
sure about
without
that?
me. That's what twins do. Yeah. So she like plops down on his bed and she's like, there at the pub. That was weird, right? Like, I got some weird vibes from David and that giant man.
I mean, everything about this whole situation is weird. But yes, that was extra weird.
I don't love the idea that David is connected in some way more personally than we are. That feels like a liability or a weak point here.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I don't know that there's anything we can do about it at this point. I mean, we can't send him back, and I'm certainly not going alone with just the two of us.
Yeah. Do we know anything about, is this part of like research into the cult that Deli would know that like Brother Billy is part of, like, would she know anything here or no?
You might know, but if you want to do a history
Okay.
check.
Bet we don't have computers yet.
I know.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're born when the dinosaurs existed.
I
Wow.
mean, I have good computer use. We're just not in the age of personal computers yet.
Maybe you can ask them. Maybe they have one in like the back.
I mean, they don't have
gymnasium.
the internet, though.
I don't think even.
Okay, that's,
I don't
Oh,
think
sorry,
even things like
that's,
Gopher would be around at that point.
No.
that's a 36 under 40.
All right, so you're sitting there thinking, and then you do remember, in a report, like written there, and then a side like the hierarchy of people in there, and it's just one of the things in there. It says that Matthias Trilburn is never seen far from Brother Billy. And then August, if you want to try a roll as well, see if you can get I don't know, a higher form of success than just regs.
We're doing history check, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is my history? I feel like my history is not good. Yeah, my history's 5, so I think I'm just gonna forgo that attempt.
Oh, you could still roll a 1.
You can also critically fail. So easy.
Forgot the little bit of history that I know. And doomed to repeat it.
He goes backwards into his history knowledge.
World War One wasn't real, but yeah, it's you do remember like in a whatever it's called, a debrief from Tim from that he was talking about it, and then pretty much you as he was talking about the hierarchy, it seemed like he was talking about something specific, but you just kind of zoned out, and by the time you kind of your brain kicked back in, he kind of moved on of pretty much the more information and stuff. So you just kind of drifted for a second. When you came back, you're like, oh, and he was,
I missed.
Yeah, you
I
missed
missed
it.
a bunch.
You missed a bunch, and then you're like, there was not just your guys, there was multiple people, and there's you're like, you can't ask to go. So
right. Okay, so we know that Brother Billy and Matthias are connected. Do I know anything about Matthias's connection to Centralia?
If you did, it probably would have been
During
in
that okay.
zone out time.
Okay.
I'll let pretty much any information of chapter 3, I think it is, possibly was shared in the moment that you zoned out.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay.
You just know that they work together, and that from your standpoint, Brother Billy is almost like a bodyguard to Trilburn.
Right, yeah. So she's doing that thing where, she stares off into the distance as she's thinking, not really focused on anything, and then she snaps back and she's like, oh my gosh, Augie, Brother Billy is Matthias Trilburn's bodyguard. Which means that if Brother Billy's here, Matthias Trilburn can't be far away.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's ever been a recorded time where Brother Billy is on his own.
Are you sure about who the guy at the restaurant was? That's definitely
they
him.
Called him Brother Billy.
I think Caleb or David would have given kind of a really short, brief kind of overview of some of Brother Billy, that was Brother Billy and things like that.
Well, we haven't had a chance to talk yet, though.
Well, we came into the hotel together, and I went up to the room, and we had a couple of minutes to work with there. So I think David would definitely have said this.
Filled in at that point.
At some point in the walk where they're looking around and stuff, that this Brother Billy wouldn't be in depth, but would have at least confirmed that much information.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, David seems pretty convinced, and they called him Brother Billy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
I imagine Brother Billies are a dime a dozen in these cults. Seems
Brother Billies, who are monsters of a human without an arm.
I know.
Come on, Augie. Listen, I know you don't believe this stuff, but that's too many hard facts, even for you.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I mean, I don't know what it changes for us, though.
I think it makes it more dangerous.
Yeah, which I don't love.
We have to be careful. If they know who David is, we may have already lost our cover.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We need to be real careful if we're gonna go snooping around their camp, because if they know who he is, no cover story is gonna work for us.
Yeah. I think we need to figure this out with David tomorrow before we leave. We have to have a better plan.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But for now, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted.
Deli jumps off the bed and goes to the door in between their rooms and like unlocks everything because she's gonna go through that way. And so she like opens it up and then like looks over her shoulder with like an attitude. And she's like, the stakes are too high. You cannot lock this door because I need you. What happens if something happens in the middle of the night? I have to get to you or you have to get to me. And then she just like, she doesn't even wait for him. She just like walks through the door and closes it.
He's just like laying on his bed with his arm over his eyes and just like lets out the loudest, most annoyed sigh.
And then unless David like intentionally comes to find her, she's also gonna go to bed.
So I think David would probably, I mean, it's still kind of on the early-ish side, even if, but then travel and everything, so.
Yeah, you guys did a lot, depending where you came from.
Yeah, I think David probably at least stopped by to say, to check and see, make sure everything is okay, and see if they had anything they wanted to pass on before he went to bed as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Give a listen check, and then you just hear.
No, I mean, he could knock on Deli's door. She's probably just like reading. So she like comes and it like invites him in for a second. Did you find anything out from the bartender?
Nothing we didn't really already have hints on.
I know. It feels like everyone in town kind of knows the same stuff. I don't know that we're going to get much from anyone else.
Yeah, I do know that with Brother Billy around, this is not a good place to be.
Okay, real talk. What's up?
So I don't want to go into it in here, but I'll give you a kind of the short version of the story when we're in the car tomorrow. Too many possible ears in the rooms. Like this is one of those things that has only been discussed in super secure locations previously. So and it took me long enough to get more detail out of my dad when a while back, and these aren't stories that are easily shared. And
Well, it sounds like our job just got a whole of a heck lot more complicated.
yeah, especially if he actually recognized me. I don't know if he did, but it's been a long time since I've seen that person.
Yeah. Well, I think we all need to sleep on it, and we definitely need a plan, but I think we also need some, at least I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, just hopefully them seeing me isn't going to cause us problems.
Isn't this what we're trained for? If it does, then we'll figure it out. It's what we're good at.
Didn't expect to run into him around here, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then as this awkward conversation of just no one's like, should I say goodnight? Keeps on going. August just hears through the wall, just, yeah. Oh? And just hears the words of them as I'm assuming everyone's just gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
And we fade to black as everyone turns to dreams. And we'll find out next time. What's with that reaction?
Are you gonna? I mean, the last time you said we all have dreams, terrible things were happening.
You guys didn't even do anything with those dreams. You just saw the tall man in the woods. Actually, was that David or was that No, it was Timmy.
Timmy and Sarah.
Timmy,
Georgie.
Sarah, and Georgie. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened with Georgie? He's probably dead. Anyway, that is it. That is it for this week. We'll see you guys all next time for another episode of Sanity Lost.
Bye-bye.
Bye.